Hey YouTube, Coppersan here, thanks for tuning in again. In today's video I'm going to defeat all 3 Mushmom bosses and show you where you can find them. Let's get started. I can hear you thinking already, wow Coppersan, that's a very handsome look you're sporting right there. Why thank you, I know. It actually is Mano's face. You know that big old snail with the mustache? Yeah, well, I defeated him a couple of times and then he dropped his face that I'm wearing right now. So if you want to look like me, you just defeat Mano and wear his face. That's how it goes. So yeah, in this video we're gonna kill some Mushmoms. There are a total of 3 Mushmoms in MapleStory 2 that we're gonna fight. I didn't prepare this video at all. Usually since the last 2 videos I start writing down what I want to say. But for this video I decided to, just go with the flow, talk a bit about MapleStory, talk a bit about the bosses, and just, go with it. So the first thing that you might notice is this map looks pretty 2D for a 3D game. Actually it isn't. You can walk a bit into the back and the front, and I was quite confused about this at first because, well, you're expected to only go left and right, but you can actually walk around the Mushmom, and that's weird. It feels weird. But yeah, this is a nice wing to MapleStory 1. And if you ever played MapleStory 1, especially a long time ago, you'll notice that this boss was actually quite hard. Nowadays it isn't. The boss is like level 10 or 15 or something like that. In MapleStory 2, the boss is actually level 21, I believe. Don't bite me on that, it's probably something around that. But what is quite nice, as you can see, even though the boss is not doing a crazy amount of damage, those spore things that he throws around, if you're like chilling in that, you could probably die around my levels. It's quite nice. It's not that this boss is like one-shottable like in MapleStory 1. You actually need to be, dodge a little bit. Which I'm not doing, by the way, because I like, in League there's something called 200 IQ plays. I do the 0 IQ plays. I just stand still and just keep firing and then hope the monster dies, I don't know why Mushmom decided to run away from me at this point, but yeah, no running away from me, buddy. And there you go, that's the first Mushmom down. You get a nice trophy as well, plus you need to defeat Mushmom for one of the stars in Hennessy's. Second up is Zombie Mushmom. This monster can be found in the Ant Tunnel. You can actually get that by taxi, and she is around somewhere in the level 30s, I believe. Also not that super powerful, but the attack patterns are a lot different than the first Mushmom, plus this is actually a 3D map. So no more wings to MapleStory 1, even though this is the Ant Tunnel, so that's quite cool though. Actually, the previous Zombie Mushmom in MapleStory 1 was not even located in the... Well, she was in the Ant Tunnel, but like not in the start like in MapleStory 2. She was a bit further down and you had to like jump through a wall to get there, or like walk all the way around, which is quite... but yeah, whatever, it's MapleStory 2. So this monster actually has a lot more attacking patterns, and it's a lot more difficult to avoid, and I think I almost died while fighting her as well. So she does this thing with the ground, and these white orbs that you're seeing right now, those are actually very dangerous. You should be very careful for those. You can avoid them if you want, but 0 IQ play, so I just stand there taking them all, of course, spamming my pots, which are on cooldown. But yeah, you should definitely avoid those. You can just, if you create some distance by using your dashes, you should totally be able to avoid those like normal. But yeah, unlike me, I'm just like taking them because I like pain, I guess. Like, I like to play characters which do not involve a lot of skill combinations. That's also, I guess, why I'm not that good in MapleStory 1 anymore, because I'm used to my battle mates with just like is 1 attack button and 2 attacks that are on cooldown, and that's basically all you use. And here, of course, in MapleStory 2, you have to cycle a bit more through your skills and use the cooldowns as well, which I keep forgetting. So, so yeah, that's the thing. Well, there was a Mushmom number. There was Zombie Mushmom, so Mushmom number 2. The third one, unfortunately, there is no blue Mushmom. I was actually hoping for that, but unfortunately, that's not the case. And I got some AP points from defeating this Mushmom as well, which is quite nice. I think I got an amount of stars from the map. So if you collect a certain amount of stars, you can get some free AP. So the final Mushmom has a chance of spawning in this place called the Pyrian Challenge or something like that. There's one map right of Pyrian, and you can go there. There's a dungeon, and in this dungeon all type of boss monsters spawn. Then this, I believe it's random. I only went in once just to try and see if I can find Mushmom. And this is actually the ghost of Zombie Mushmom. So Mushmom died, became a zombie, then she died again, and now she's a ghost. So ghost zombie Mushmom. I guess like the poor girl just wants to die, man. Let her be in peace. And where is Mustad in all of this? Where's the blue one? Well, this Mushmom is a bit stronger than the previous one. She's level 47, and she does have the same attacking patterns, but she does have a bit more oomph to her attacks though. So be careful, especially of those floating orb thingies. They are really powerful. So yeah, this time I'm going to avoid them, which is quite nice, quite good, well played. But then I make another 0 IQ play and dash into the wrong direction, meaning that I take every hit like full on. So yeah, I almost die again, but it's fine because I perform better under stress. So I will totally nail this, of course. What is nice though is that the bosses in this area, also including this one, can actually be knocked back, stunned, and those kind of things. So you can throw your grenades if you want to have a chance to stun the enemy. And of course you can see my laser is pushing Mushmom back, which is actually really nice because then I can push her into my circle of fire and get her away from me. Especially with the freaking jumping all the time. Like if she tries to jump and I hit her at the right time, I just like knock her away, which is quite good. And as you see as well, the magnetic bomb, it attracts the Mushmom as well, which is super awesome. And those were all 3 Mushmoms that you can find in MapleStory 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you tomorrow.